Hey everyone, my name is Howla and welcome to another Devlog. is the game I've been working on for more than 8 months. It's a shoot 'em up roguelike game with a touch of a story. It's been a while since the last real devlog. I made this other video about but it wasn't a real devlog. It was more like a summary of what I've done in 6 months of making the game. Now, what took me 3 months to make? Actually, many things. I also worked on stuff that I won't show in my devlogs, such as the final boss and the story. I just don't want to spoil stuff like that, so still have a reason and motivation to play the game when it's out. And just with that, I already spent 1 month on just making this final boss, writing the story and making 3 cutscenes. One the introduction, another the boss trailer, and another one the ending. Then I jumped onto another huge topic these past months, which is the graphics. Before they were fine, but that wasn't enough for me. So I added a new background shader, colored background lights, and most importantly, new colors for every single area. Here are some before and after screenshots. I also added these arena elements to the boss fights, and I remade all the corpses of the enemies. Then I spent my time on bosses, but before I made new ones, I improved an already existing one called Howla. Before the second stage of the fight was super boring, but now I added 2 turrets at the sides that shoot following bullets. And now I made 3 bosses. 1 for area 1, then 2 and also 3. Let's begin with Limus. I started with making the art, then the animation, as well as the animator controller. Next I coded the attacks, the second stage, as well as general stuff for this boss. Lastly, to finish up this boss, I added sound and the corpse just as the arena element in the background. The same goes for the other 2 called Via and Amos. Now all bosses for the game are done. 3 bosses per area, except the last one, which has just the final boss. Another thing I didn't like how it looked were the boss intros, so I completely remade them all. I brought a bit of color in the uncolored side, so it doesn't look flat and boring, and I added some old historical sketches in the background. I used a different sprite for revealing than just a boring circle. For the colored side I added the arena elements of the boss. I also realized there that the clouds could look better, so I remade them as well. Besides this, I also added many new enemies and made new chunks for the level generation. And with that I have 15 chunks for every area except Owners Hollow, which is the last area. Then I made the settings menu in the main menu and a splash screen. I also made it so when you hit restart on the game over screen, you start from the level you have actually started from, which is super useful so you don't respawn at Blossom Skies, the first area, even though you started at Fields of Fire because of the shortcuts. Another small but impactful change is that you can't encounter the same boss twice. This helps a bit to make the runs a bit more varied. Just a really subtle change is the new formation of the upgrades in the upgrade menu. Then I added some sounds and the new music my composer Chris Collar made, and that's all I did. But what's next now? I will definitely make new enemies and chunks and add all the missing sounds. I will also add the stats page to the main menu and maybe start making the lore menu. Then if you like my content, I would highly appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, and I also have a Discord server, so if you want to join that, the link is in the description. Then have an awesome start into this new year, and see you next time. Cheers.